forgot when was the last time I uploaded a video. Lately I have not been able to do videos, so sorry about that. I probably maybe will do, I guess maybe I'll do an updated video about what's going on. I don't know if you know, or I think well, some of you, for those who've been following me, my father passed away about a year ago. So, I guess, how do I put it? It's just been hard on me lately, and I guess that's kind of the reason why I haven't really done a video. And I have all these plans and all these ideas and stuff, and it's just making a video just wasn't my main priority. My main priority is, of course, my daughter, my family, my husband, and my work. So it's been kind of hard to do a video lately, only because I just haven't been myself. So so sorry for that, guys. I do have a blog, so I've done a few blogs here and there, just to kind of get my thought process together. So if I remember when I upload this video, I will link my blog. But yeah, so just, bear with me. So, anyways, what I wanted to talk about today is about this Kryssma gray ombre wig. And this was a whole lot longer. I think it was like 22 or 24 inches. And it did not have bangs. So I cut them into bangs. I got this on Amazon for, I think it was 30 some, I think. Let me check. I still have it on my phone. Let me see here. How much we do? Amazon. My orders. Let's see here. Okay. It was $38. And then, of course, with my shipping, it's about $10. So it's like around $48 around about, no more than. Sorry, guys. So, my GoPro died on me, battery. So sorry about that. So the rest is gonna be on my iPhone. Anyways, so this, what was I trying to say? This wig is the gray ombre wig from Kryssma, and like I said before, I did cut it shorter, and I cut some bangs into it, so it's really nice. I really like it. It's very lightweight, and the color, it's not too shiny, so the color doesn't make it look fake also, and it looks like actual real hair, so it's pretty neat. And if you can see, like, I don't know if you can see it there you go, I think you can see it. Like, it's not straight up all gray, as you can see. If you can see some brown strands and blonde strands mixed with it, that just makes it a lot more realistic looking to me. Like, there's a lot of gray wigs out there, and they're just straight up gray, like gray, straight up gray, and they have like that dark root on the top, and then just boom, gray, or if it's all gray, right? And don't get me wrong, those are pretty wigs. Sometimes it's a lot harder to make it more realistic looking, because it doesn't look like you went to the beauty salon and got it dyed. It looks kind of wiggy if you don't really work at it. And so this one, that one's the one thing I liked about it. Like I didn't really have to work on the colors or anything because it looks like this wig looks like, like it was professionally done. Like it was human hair and they professionally put it, they ombreed it. So if you can see, right? I mean, I know you can see like the tracks and stuff when I pull it back like that, but you can see how it's all the way through. So you have the dark root, which is kind of like almost like I wouldn't say it's a full-on black. It kind of has like that, but it's more of a dark brown. So in the dull light, it looks black, but when you go under a bright light or outside, it looks more brown, like a really dark brown. But so yeah, it looks very, very realistic. I would have to say it's a pretty good color. I really like it. And they did have like a few baby hairs with it, but because I cut it into bangs, the baby hairs kind of just melted with the baby hairs just kind of melted with the bangs that I did. So let me show you the cap construction. So inside, so again, it is a lace front, but it's not a full-on lace front. There's just a parting here, the parting right here, and then of course the ear tabs, and that's where they have like a little bit of the lace right here, and then everything else is a regular cap. Okay, so you see it has like, so it's not like the netted cap, which I like the netted better, but this works well, just as well too. So then there's like the little straps here, and then the comb here, and then a comb on this side, and then a comb on this side. Okay, and so what I did here, because I saw it on YouTube where they mixed the Gatsby glue and their concealer or concealer powder, and they kind of painted it on to make it, to kind of like, I guess, block the black knots, and I did a pretty good job. I mean, I could do one more round to make it more thicker, but it still works to me. I think it's fine. I don't think I really need to do it. I mean, if I really truly want to, I could. And then here, so then there's the parting right there. So I think the parting looks pretty good. I mean, I did pluck a little bit of it. I mean, but it wasn't. I guess you don't have to pluck it, but it was easier to pluck a little bit, only just so you can put more of the powder on the top here too. And as you can see, I did not pluck this part too much. I didn't pluck a lot back here. I plucked more up in the front. But yeah, so this is the wig, guys. I've been wearing it for about a week already, and it's been going pretty well. Like I don't feel overly hot with it. It's still pretty, it still feels pretty lightweight. It's not a heavy wig. That's one thing I like about this wig. And I noticed I don't know if I mentioned it, this is a Kryssma wig. I think I forgot to mention that. But yeah, this is a Kryssma wig. And normally with Kryssma wigs, they tend to be pretty heavy. Like this blonde one here that I have. This icy light blonde one, which you've seen, like the latest video I was wearing this. I did cut it a little bit shorter, and I did wear this for, I know I was going to say this is just going to be my weekend wig, but I made it as a wig for work as well, and I cut it a little bit shorter, and it made it even better. I think it made it even better. So, and this one, like with these Kryssma wigs, like especially the 13x6 wigs, they tend to be heavy. So, and there's other wigs too that Kryssma does that are kind of heavy. They're very pretty, but they're just heavy. So you for sure, you're gonna have to like either thin it out or cut it shorter, or do something with it. Unless you like the heavy feel, like a super thickness, then I guess go for it. But for me, that's just, I don't know, I like this this thickness here. It's really nice. It's a really nice thickness. So anyways, let me go ahead and put it on for you so you can see what it looks like. So as you know, right, I do not use the Gatsby glue to glue down my wigs. I just don't do that. And this one I don't think you have to anyways. And I think when it comes down to these type of wigs, the the ones that have like strictly like either a middle parting or a side parting, those particular wigs don't really need they don't really need to have your hair glued down because the cap construction is pretty it's pretty snug, and so I don't think you really need to. Now you're definitely going to need a wig grip, I think, for sure, besides having the cap. And as you can see, I always wear my caps. This is a for sure thing. And let me see here. Alrighty. So I always wear my cap. So cute, right? And I don't really pull out my hair too much for this wig. I mean, I guess I could. Sometimes, throughout the day, my hair does kind of unravel on the side here, or come undone, which is fine. But it's not like blonde or a funky color where you're going to be able to notice it really easily. So it does kind of, the color of my hair kind of does mask, it kind of blends in with my wig. So even if it does come out, it's okay. Okay. And then of course I try to make it, surprisingly, even though this wig is a little small, but I would have to say it stretches pretty well too. So like I still have to notch it a little, make it smaller a little bit, like in the back, just to make it a little snug. Because it doesn't go strictly from ear to ear. I mean, it kind of goes just a little bit above my ear area, so it's not full ear to ear on my head. And normally it's because it's a small cap, right? And it is, but I feel like it can stretch a whole lot, so that's pretty cool. So for it to stretch out. Yeah, see, as you can tell, see, like right here, like on this side it's kind of like almost to my ear, but this side not quite. Like if you go, it's kind of like right above right here. So it's kind of hard to tell because my hair is dark brown, so but yeah. And then I just make sure I get all the little flyaways and everything out of my out of underneath the cap, and then kind of just there you go. There. Now let's see, can I do it? There you go. I'm gonna make sure that it's out. Okay, so here is the wig, guys. And I think it's a really, it's a nice wig. It's a very, it's a nice wig. And the best part about it, it looks like I went somewhere and I got it, I got it dyed. Oops. Let's brush it out. There you go. There. And then like I did cut a little bit of the sideburns here, so I just kind of pull that up in the front. And then pull that back. Little sideburns here. pull that back. And then there you go. This is kind of how I wear it. Let's see there. There, I think it looks a little bit better after I shift it a little bit. And there you go. But yeah, you know, and I cut it so it's like right here. Sorry, it's right here, and then I put it in the back. It's right about here. But it looks pretty good. I mean, it's, sorry about that, guys. Someone was calling on my phone. But yeah, so this is what it is, you know. Again, you know, I think sometimes when you wear a gray shirt with a gray wig, sometimes it looks okay, sometimes it doesn't. So you just gotta have to try. That's why I'm kind of like debating, does it look okay with this gray shirt? But like, I think if it was a full-on gray, like a straight-on, like there's no like brown or anything in it, I think that's when it's gonna be a little bit too much. And I'm also trying out this shadow, this combo of shadow right now. So I'm just trying to get used to a lot of things here to see if do I like it, do I not? Because sometimes too, like the whole look, when you put it all together, sometimes certain things can clash with it. But I think for the most part, it looks good. I just need to get, you know, used to this eyeshadow, I think. And the eyeshadow that I'm using is from Beauty Creations, Cali Chick. And I used the lighter color here, Venice, I think that's what I used on that a little bit. And then I use Marina here. And then I use Laguna. And then on the very top, I use this brown one, which is called Sail. This one here. And so I am like into like those like gold tones and stuff too on my my shadow, but I don't want to put I'm not too, I don't want like bright gold. So sometimes with the really bright gold, I have to really get used to it. But this is my first time using those 4 combos, so and so I'm just kind of getting used to that too as well. Wearing it with this combo. And so now, like, I feel like I'm liking it a little bit better. I'm getting more used to it. And yeah, so see, even if you look right here, right, you can tell that you see some brown highlights here. So I really like that. I really like how it has that, those brown highlights. And you know too, like if you are getting like little snags, all you have to do is just kind of finger through your hair. And you know, I don't really get a lot of shedding. I mean, I have this one strand, that's just one. But you know, that's normal for even your actual hair to shed too when you go finger through your hair too. So it shouldn't be too alarming if you see a wig, a synthetic wig, to do the same thing. But yeah, so I really like it. I like this wig. This is kind of like, I don't know, like I was like going for the gray, if you remember back in the summer, and now, you know, and then I was getting kind of tired of it, and now I'm back at it again. So I think, you know, that's why I like about having wigs. I kind of stopped wearing gray wigs because it was hard for me to find a gray wig that I didn't have to do too much to it to make it look realistic. So this one, I felt like this is the perfect gray wig ever that I've had, where I didn't really have to do anything color wise. I mean, I had to, of course, you know, pluck the parting here and make some baby hairs and make the bangs and stuff to make it more realistic looking. But as for the color, because if you just pulled it out of the packet, the color looks spot on, like exactly like I came out of out of a beautician shop, and it just looks like I got it done, like professionally done. So yeah, that's why I love the color so much. And when I was seeing the reviews on it on Amazon, I was a little nervous about it, but you know, because they had some mixed reviews on it. Like majority of them were like they really liked the wig, but then some of it was like, oh, it kind of looks a little. They didn't say anything about it being too shiny, but they were saying like if you pull it back, it doesn't look realistic, or it had like a certain smell or anything. And whenever I hear like the whole thing that has a certain smell, like a manufacturer smell, well, I'm not surprised. Number one, it's not even real hair. So that's number one. Number two, you know, it was manufactured, so it should have, I mean, generally, yeah, we don't want it to have that manufacturer smell, but the reality of it is, it is managed, you know, it was made in a shop, so it was made in a factory, you know, right? So, or generally speaking, and most wigs are anyways. So that's why you use dry shampoo. Like I use this stuff and it goes really well. Like it does not, this one has a floral, like flowery smell. There's a lot of, like with Batiste, they have a lot of different smells with this one. So it's pretty cool. But they always have a fresh smell. So just use dry shampoo. If you really feel like you need to, if that doesn't work out for you, you could always use like the Control Wig Spray, which is also, you know, it conditions, and that also has a nice smell to it. Or, you know, if that still doesn't work for you, then, you know, wash it with fabric softener, or you could use the wig shampoo. I mean, yeah, there's endless different ways of killing that smell. So, I mean, really, like if it, I mean, I think if it had like a sweaty smell, then I'd be kind of upset. But if it has a manufacturer smell, like it's been in the warehouse, or it has that warehouse smell, well, it's kind of hard to get that smell out, especially if it's been in stock for a while. So, you know, you just gotta do what you gotta do, you know, to get that smell out. And so for me, I didn't really smell a really bad smell with it. You know, it did, you know, it didn't make any, like, it wasn't a big issue for me. But yeah, so I mean, so yeah, I was kind of worried. I mean, that wasn't what I was worried about. What I was worried about, oh, it doesn't look like, if you pull it back or anything like that, it doesn't look, I guess, realistic. But you know, I don't care. It looked, it looked like, okay, yeah, you can tell it was a wig. You know, because you have to finesse it with all wigs out there. Doesn't matter if they're human hair, doesn't matter if they're synthetic hair, you're gonna have to finesse it. No way about it. There's always gonna be some finessing happening. I've never had a wig where I could just plop it on my head and then, oh, I'm out the door. You know, there's never a wig like that. Never. I mean, I haven't seen a wig like that. So, and maybe I have to spend bukus of money for that, which I'm not willing to do. So I don't mind finessing my wig. So, but yeah, it looks a whole lot more. It looks pretty realistic, and you know, people are surprised that I'm wearing wigs, and like I got a lot of compliments too, like, oh my god, I love your color. The color's so pretty. So, you know, and even the people that do know I wear wigs, they thought it was real pretty and they really liked it. So, you know, they said like you could really pull it off. So I was like, okay, that's good to hear that I can pull it off. So yeah, so I really like it. It's a good, do I recommend buying this wig? Hands down, I recommend it. So definitely go on Amazon if you're in search for a good, inexpensive gray ombre wig, then I definitely suggest to get this wig. Just make sure that you're gonna, you know, be prepared that you're gonna have to finesse it a little bit, and you know you're good to go. And for me, I'm glad that this one was a side part, because I'm not a big middle part girl. I mean, I do have some wigs that are middle part, but I always tend to like I'll wear it as a middle part for a while, and then I always make bangs because it gets, I don't know, especially after you wear it a while, the top gets kind of flat, and so the waves, if you have a wavy middle part wig, what happens is it gets kind of flat after wearing it, and then just kind of, I don't know, for me, just middle part, just when it's flat, just never looks good on me. Just, I mean, it has to be like waves. Like if I have a middle part, it has to have like waves and body. If there's no body to it, then the middle part just goes downhill for me. So that's why I eventually, after I wear it, rock it a little bit for the middle part, I eventually just cut it into bangs because that's just what I do. So anyways, but that's pretty much it. So Kryssma did really good on this wig. I've, you know, for a while I wasn't wearing Kryssma wigs, and I just got kind of back into it when Kryssma made newer sets of different wigs, and I feel, because I think Kryssma wigs in the beginning, like the ones that I tried, they were good starter wigs for me to get used to wearing wigs, but I didn't really think they were really they're more like not only good starter wigs, but they're better at, like, for, you know, more like special occasion wigs. They're not really like everyday wigs. And so when they did their newer wigs, and they did this one, I felt like, wow, this one's, I really like this one, and even this one too. You're gonna have to finesse this one a whole lot too, because it can get shiny. But this one, you know, I think this one looks a whole lot more realistic now after I cut it and stuff, and I, you know, made baby hairs and all that stuff. And well, it did came with baby hairs, but the point being is, though, like, I had to finesse that one too. But like these two I have from Kryssma have been really, you know, I think they've improved in their wigs a whole lot more, I think, than they did before, when I, than, the ones I was using before. So I think they did a whole lot better. And so, and this is the best gray wig they have, I think. I'm gonna be searching for more, but I really feel like this is the best. It's the most realistic looking gray wig I've ever seen. So and I've had my share of different gray wigs, and this is definitely the number one gray wig for me. Anyways, this is becoming a long video, so I'm going to have 3 videos now for this because of interruptions. So but other than that, guys, that is it. So please like and subscribe. Again, please bear with me as well. You know, I'm trying to be back to myself as much as I can, and yeah, so please like and subscribe, and I know I will do another video later on. I just don't know what kind of video, but I will be doing another video. So catch you later. Bye.